and welcome back to Doose. On today's special episode, I have a guest with me. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Melinda from Project 91 TV.
Yes, this is a longtime friend, college buddy. We're gonna bake something today. Do you know what we're making today?
We're making some pizza, some good old vegan pizza.
Yes, we're gonna be using garbanzo flour, or otherwise known as chickpeas. So this is a good flour, especially for those who are following a gluten-free diet and a soy-free diet, and you don't have to use regular all-purpose flour all the time. So let's get started. Woo. Alright, so here I have about 2 cups of my garbanzo flour, and then I have just over 1 cup of distilled water. You can use regular water if you want. I just prefer distilled water. And then you have your spices. You can use either chili powder and garlic powder. I'm using cumin powder, curry powder, and cayenne powder, and I used about 1 tablespoon of each. But you can use less or more depending on if you are concerned about the flavor of the crust.
So Natalie, I have a question. So I see that this is the only amount of spices that we're using, and there's so much flour. So will we be able to taste the spice in the flour, being that it's so little compared to the amount that we have here?
So just to answer your question, the flavor that we're most concerned about are the ingredients that we're going to use on top of the crust. So these spices are just to help to not make the crust so bland.
Okay.
At least there'll be some type of flavor. It'll be a hint, almost like a hint of the spices. But the spice that I think that will come through the most is the cumin, because even the cumin, you can probably smell it right now. It's very strong. Cumin is also a little salty. So
also, my other question is, being that it's a flavored flour like garbanzo, like are we gonna taste garbanzo beans in the flour?
You won't. I don't think you'll taste it so much. Well, the sauces, and then we're going to use the cashew cream cheese. Maybe if you have a piece of the crust that's alone, you'll probably be more focused on it. But like I said, everything is just going to be together. Okay, so we're going to start combining these dries with the water. So first thing I'm going to do is just put the spices in the bowl. And then I'll combine it with my whisk. So are you a fan of pizza?
I love pizza, but I've never had vegan pizza before, so I'm very excited to see how it's gonna taste.
After going vegan, I wasn't like crazy about it. We have a few spots in Brooklyn where you can get vegan pizza, but this pizza is a little different because it's going to be a flatbread. It's not going to be like your soft crust. It's definitely going to be a little harder. Okay, so I'm going to slowly add the water.
So how come you don't add all the water immediately? Why do you take some time to?
Well, sometimes you can add too much water. I'm always hesitant when it comes to gluten-free, any gluten-free baking or cooking. You never want to add too much water because it can turn into like a pudding. So I just want to make sure it's the right consistency. So that's why it's a personal thing of mine. It's not something that everyone has to do. You can just put all the water if you want. So with this, it's not going to come out like your traditional dough. It's gonna come out like a paste, and you'll see exactly.
I was just about to ask that because this doesn't look like flour at all.
You're gonna see. There are actually some recipes where it comes out like a batter, and then you cook it on the stove pot, like on a griddle or like a flat pan. After it creates a crust, and then you put it in the oven. But with this one, you just need it to be like a paste. So I think this is perfect. I'm not gonna add the rest of the water. And you just want to make sure all the little bumps and everything are out and all the flour is mixed evenly.
So about how long do you mix it, and is there such a thing as mixing it too much?
There's no such thing as mixing it too much, but in terms of how long I should mix it, You basically just mix it until it looks like it's as, you know, it's the smoothest that you can get it. Okay, so I think we're almost done. So it should look like this. Nice and smooth. Okay, so before we put the crust on the cooking sheet, we're gonna cut up some mushrooms. We're gonna cut up some mushrooms. So these are washed. And we had a whole conversation about people who don't wash their vegetables.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty funny that people don't wash their food before they even cook it. But we didn't grow up like that, so yeah. So our hands are washed too. So we're just gonna start. We have a knife here. And we're just gonna cut them in like slices.
Let me observe.
So basically they're not perfect. Some of them are like slanted like this. So you won't, I don't even know if I can focus. So you just do the best you can. So first I will cut the whole thing in half. And then you just want to cut the next one like completely collapse on me. See, that was good. That was better than mine. So yeah, they can be, they don't have to be perfect. We're eating them, so it doesn't matter. And then once we're done, we'll put them in this bowl. So we're pretty much done with the mushrooms. So we have about this much. I'd say this is like these are 2 cups of mushrooms. Just eyeing it out. All right. So now that we have everything ready, we're gonna put our garbanzo mix onto our cooking sheet. So I have a cooking sheet here, and I have some parchment paper that's just lined up right on top of it. So because this is not like a traditional dough, we're gonna have to kind of smooth it onto the paper, and we're gonna do our best to do it in a circular shape, okay? So, and yeah, you can hold it. So Melinda's gonna hold it for me. Let's just jump right into it. Okay. So I'm just gonna smooth it. That's good. So we're gonna go ahead and smooth the garbanzo batter onto the parchment paper. Like I said, we're looking for a 1/4 inch thick crust, so it's gonna be a little bit of a process.
So what would happen if you had put it directly onto the pan and didn't use the crush?
Well, this, the pan itself, when I bought it, it said that it's non-stick. So I don't think there would have been an issue. However, the last time I made this kind of pizza, I put it on aluminum foil, and it helped a lot because the garbanzo flour, because of its consistency, it will tend to stick more. So even if something tells me that it's non-stick, I don't trust it 100%. I'd rather have the paper so that at the end I can just lift the pizza and peel it off. I don't know if it's gonna be a 1/4 inch, but we'll see. Let me see. That's a 1/4. That's about a 1/4 inch, yeah. All right, so we have our 1/4 inch. So we're just gonna kind of smooth it out as much as I can. If you want, you can, you know, make an indent along the edges to make a real crust like look, but I don't think we care. So just gonna, I think that's good.
Well, if we don't make the crust, like, are there any chances of things spilling over?
Nothing is gonna spill over.
Okay.
Yeah. So first thing we're gonna do to build our pizza is we're gonna put our sauce. So I have this sauce. It's vegan friendly. And unfortunately this has soy in it, but for those who are on a soy-free diet, you can just use a regular pizza sauce that is of course vegan. So we're just going to pour it. Yeah. So the good thing about this sauce is that I've used it for a pizza, not a pizza sauce, a pasta sauce, and it's good because it has texture. When you eat it, it almost tastes like there are meat pieces in it, but it's really the soy pieces, so it's really good. It's a good brand. So I'm just gonna pour it, and jar, use a glove. I don't even put the glove on. I literally just.
Yep, that'll do it. Or maybe you should.
No, I got it. So just spread it all over the pizza evenly. Go as far. Yeah. Alright, so that's pretty good. And then next is gonna be our cashew cream cheese that I made already. I have made this on video in multiple episodes. So if you want a video with just me making the cashew cream cheese, I can make it, but this has been made already. So I have it in my blender, and I'm just going to go ahead and top the pizza with that. I might have to take some out depending after I spread it. We'll see. Okay.
So is it important for it to be different layers? What if you mix the sauce and
with the
cashew spread
you can
together?
That's the good thing about a pizza. There are no rules when you're building your pizza. You can do whatever you want. I guess this is the traditional way. People put the sauce first, then they put the cheese, and then they put their other toppings right on top of it. Okay, so now after we have our cashew cream cheese, we're gonna add our diet cheese. And this luckily is a oh, it's dirty. Actually, who cares? This is a non-soy product. It's made with peas. So the good thing about diet is that it tastes good and it melts and stretches just like other regular cheeses. And of course, it doesn't have soy. So the type that I got is the mozzarella style. So it's perfect for pizzas. And it even smells kind of, would you say? A little bit? Okay. Alright, so just go in there and...
How much are you going to be using?
I'm not going to use a whole lot.
Okay.
I'm just going to like put a light amount because we already have the cashew cream cheese. This is more so for aesthetics, yeah. People get uncomfortable when they don't see this type of thing on a pizza, you know? When they don't see mozzarella cheese or, you know, other cheeses, they get uncomfortable. You probably would have to make it yourself. Okay. The thing with meats is that when you're trying to mimic meats, it's more about the flavor because meat alone doesn't have a flavor.
Yes.
It's tasteless. People bring flavor to meat, so if you can mimic the same like ingredients you would use to flavor a meat, then you can make a fake meat that's soy free or gluten free. Okay, so next we're gonna add, it doesn't matter, I guess we can add our spinach. So I have some spinach that I steamed up, and it's not a whole lot, but we're just gonna add it liberally all over the pizza. I guess we didn't need that much. Yeah, it is. And then lastly, we're gonna add our mushrooms. I think it's still a lot, so we're probably not gonna use all of these mushrooms. So maybe if I was making 2 pizzas, it would be okay, but this is an overwhelming amount of mushrooms right now. Does this look like the healthiest pizza you've ever seen in your life?
The healthiest. I've never seen a pizza like this. Come to like a regular pizza store and saw that they had like a vegan pizza available, or
yeah, they have some. Actually, the ones that are in Brooklyn, they have Vinny's that's by Bedford, and there's another one by Barclays Center. I don't remember the name of that one.
Mainly in like the downtown area.
Yeah, they have regular pizza spots, and then they'll have 1 or 2 vegan options. But those 2 that I mentioned, they have a wide variety of vegan options. All right. So, we're gonna add some sweet peppers to this.
So this is how it looks so far. Now we're gonna add the peppers.
Yes, and I'm just cutting them on the spot because we do things last minute around here. And of course, this is optional. If you don't like any of these vegetables, you can add your own. If you can get some vegan bologna, what is it? See, I don't use these things, so I don't remember. Vegan pepperoni or vegan sausage, or what else do they put on pizza? Chicken, pineapples. That could be a good look. So we are done. Maybe you can crouch down. Okay, so this is how the pizza looks so far. All right, so I set my oven to about 300 degrees. I'm gonna make it higher. Hold on, I'm just gonna pull this out a little bit. I'm going to higher it to 375 degrees, and this is going to bake 25 to 30 minutes, or until I put a toothpick in and the crust comes out, or the toothpick comes out clean. Okay? Okay? Say okay?
Okay.
Okay. So we're back and our pizza is ready. So it took about 30 minutes for it to bake at 375 degrees. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the first slice. Now remember, this is garbanzo bean flour, so it's denser than your regular pizza crust. Okay, so that was the struggle. Okay, but we got it all. Yeah, my piece.
Another struggle.
Okay. Actually, it should be easier.
It should be easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move this to the side, and we're gonna try our pizza. And I would say bon appetit. Good.
It was good.
You see how the flour is different, right?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
It's pretty good, I have to say. I can taste, like, I put
So I was just gonna talk about taste. Like, I'm not sure what I'm tasting because I'm not really familiar with all of the ingredients.
The first thing you're probably tasting is the cashew cream cheese, which is like the nuttier flavor. Okay. If you taste anything spicy in the cashew cream cheese, I added like a piece of a Scotch bonnet and I blended it together. So that's where the spice is coming from, and I also added some black pepper to that. So it's like optional. And the cheese also kind of tastes like grilled cheese, right?
It does.
And another good thing that I like about this pizza is that it's filling, especially because of the garbanzo bean crust. It's pretty cool.
It tastes better than I thought it would.
Thank you.
I mean, I know it tastes good, but I mean, because I'm not a vegan, I thought it would taste more different. And it does taste different, but it still tastes like something like an everyday normal food.
Yeah, like it's good, it's simple, and it's basically we're using the same concept. A pizza is just a flour base crust with cheese, sauce on top of it, and anything else you want. So even someone who's not vegan can put meat on top of this. Last time I made this for my brother, I actually put pieces of chicken on it, and I put grilled cheese on it. Even though I wasn't tasting it, I knew he would like it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and end the video here. So
thanks for having me on the show.
No problem, it was a pleasure.
I really enjoyed watching and participating in the cooking of this food.
Thank you for helping.
I definitely have to try this myself one day because, I mean, I'm not on your level yet.
We're all still learning. Every day we're learning a different, recipe. But this is one of my favorites just because it's easy. And it actually doesn't even take that much effort to put into it. It was like really easy to make as long as you have the measurements down and you planned ahead of what you're gonna use. Like, it was really quick and easy. Well, thank you guys for joining us, and see you in the next episode. Bye.